Welcome to Daddies, the podcast. I'm Greg.
And I'm Eric.
And that was way more difficult than it fucking needed to be to record this intro.
We might be on take 5 of a 5-second clip.
We are 5 minutes and 30 seconds into trying to get this fucking thing rolling.
I love it. I love it.
You know, it's one of those days.
It is. It feels like that.
It sure does. So, yeah, we are once again changing things up.
Mm-hmm. New camera angles.
Realized last week it was more like up the crotch, weird.
Yeah, we were too low.
Way
we're
too
coming
low.
up. Not flattering.
It was very unflattering. And we're going to try segmenting our
Segment the podcast.
segment the podcast.
Yeah.
Because now you have exciting news. What you just got.
I just got a brand new computer.
And so, what were you using
For what? My phone.
as your computer? Like what you?
I'd never used my computer.
So,
But I had a computer. That thing was like 13 years old.
And so, was it nice when you bought it? Like, did you buy like a top tier computer? Or?
So I was going to, I went to PCPartPicker.com or whatever, and built something that I thought was good because I've never built a PC
This was
before.
back in.
This was a month ago.
Okay. All right.
And I said, I think this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want, with the intent on, like, 1, playing games.
Yep.
And 2, doing some video editing.
Sure. Yeah.
Help you out a little bit. I'll pitch in.
So yeah, appreciate that.
And so I built it, and then I took it to a real computer geek, and he said, well, just spend the extra money right here. It'll really like future-proof it. It'll actually give you something good. So I did, and then I go to order it all, and it's a nice website. It gives you like all the places that you can order
So
those
it
pieces from.
Extrapolates them all into one.
Yeah, it
central
says buy
thing.
this from here
Sure,
and here,
yeah,
buy
yeah.
this from here and
Yep.
here, this. So I was going to get most of the things from Amazon because
Yeah,
it would be
yeah,
here in a couple of days,
yeah.
but I couldn't get the graphics card.
You don't need that.
So I started shopping around. They had it at Newegg. So I started shopping around on there, and I was like, well, do I need to get that one? And then as I'm browsing Newegg, I see basically the same computer that I had just built. Like I was going to build myself.
Already
It was already-
pre-assembled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it took a little while to get here. Finally showed up yesterday.
Okay.
Can I tell you the fucking problems that I had with this?
Please do.
You ever had to sign for a package?
So it's only ever been UPS typically. Yeah, I think it's only ever been UPS.
This was UPS. Yeah.
And you get 3 shots or they just send it back.
So, Shay was home
Yep.
on Wednesday.
Yep.
And she had a doctor's appointment. I was going to be home. We probably only had like a half an hour where no one was home. Right. And I said, there's no way out of the whole day.
And he waited. He knew.
He waited up the street.
Just
So out of the whole day, half an hour, I said,
Yeah.
well, we won't miss this. He comes right at that time. So I didn't get it. And I left a little note, and I couldn't find a way to go pick it up like after the trucks had returned.
Did he stick the note like on
yeah,
your door?
but there was no phone number to call to
course
get
there-
a real
yeah,
human,
yeah,
right?
no.
And I don't blame him.
And I don't think there is.
because
It's
people
more
would
of-
call for
Yeah,
really dumb
yep,
shit
yep,
all the time. So
yep.
I'm not even mad about that. I was just frustrated.
Sure.
So the next day, I just work from home, and I'm waiting. And Shay was also home at this
Yeah.
time. She had a couple visits to go do.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I hear the truck. She
Yeah.
tells me, I'm so giddy. I'm like a little boy Christmas morning,
You
like
got your
yippee!
fucking PJs on.
And I go outside, and I'm like ready to sign for
Yeah,
it because he's
yeah.
going to be bringing it up the
Yeah.
driveway any minute now. And he's still in his truck for like a few minutes. And I'm like, well, this is awkward now. I'm going to go back inside. So I go
Was he,
back
like,
inside,
eating lunch?
and I'm like pacing
Yeah.
inside, sitting on the couch, like folding my arms. And,
You got the blinds open, just staring at him. Just-
and then I hear the truck fire up, and he's about to pull away. And I go out there like, yo, what are you doing? I got to deliver you. I'm home for this. I'm ready. I got to sign for it, right? And he's like, I'm sorry, man. I just can't find it on the truck right now. If I find it, I'll circle back around. And I'm like, how is that possible?
What do you mean you can't find it on the truck?
Long story short, there's
Yeah.
not too much more of this.
Yeah.
I get to him. I grill him. I'm like, can I go? Where are you? And I give
Yeah.
the address because I
Yeah.
know the address of the place because I
Yeah.
looked it up the day before. He's like, yes. And I was trying not to be like confrontational because I know it's not his fault.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was frustrated. I was probably turning red.
So you can go
to the distribution
really and
place.
pick up.
Yeah. You probably should call.
Yeah,
because
but
they
I feel
don't
like
have
that's
that
not something
ready.
that they just. So anyway, so
Yeah, so he ended up coming like an hour and a half later. He was like, see, brother, I told you I'd find it. And I was like, cool. I was so excited. Actually, I didn't really care.
okay, but like, who packed that truck like that?
Some dummy.
So you get it
So I got it.
all
And
in
then
one box. That's probably. Did it look like it was like beat the fuck up?
gigantic, and it was in pristine condition. They
Yeah.
packed that thing like it was packed really, really nice.
Well-
and I did a little unboxing therapy. I probably should have recorded it. That would have been nice, actually.
That's good material for this, man.
I'm sure would have been.
That's what.
I'll just buy another one. No, just kidding.
No. Okay. When you have your PJs on, were you still in your pajamas when?
I had sweats on.
Does your dick ever hang out of the little flap
In the front, in the middle.
and you don't notice it?
My sweatpants, I don't have a flap in
But
there.
like,
but I know what you're talking
Like
about.
PJ pants, you'll
Sometimes I just wear underwear to bed.
Well-
and sometimes I'll wake up and it's just like, boop.
and the reason I ask is because like I've gotten the mail before. And you look down like and your dick is just out.
Woo, is it cold out here or what?
And unless you're really looking for it with a magnifying glass, you're not seeing it. But like, so
That guy's got a patch of hair
I
on
just
his.
picture you running out there for the UPS guy, like, yo, wait, and your dick's just flapping out.
I was going to straight Terminator 2 style, like run after him like this.
Well, I can't believe. So was he actually looking for it?
That's
Is that what he was
He was
doing?
probably looking for like 5 minutes, like a legitimate 5 minutes parked in front of our house.
How many packages, if you're a UPS driver, how many packages are on one of those trucks? Because
I know somebody that used to work.
Was
for
it a
them.
big
I'll
box?
ask. Big. It was really big.
And you
Yeah.
couldn't find it. You know what? But like, that's my.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's not like
Those
it was a
trucks are only so
small
big.
bubble mailer that
it
slid
must have
between-
been. It must have been.
It was buried under box, and he was like, "Nah."
It was packed. It must have been packed.
If I
in
have
there.
time,
I should have
is what-
asked. I should have asked if I could have gone and helped.
I hear that that's a huge no-no.
sure.
So like,
Didn't somebody get fired? Didn't he bring a woman in?
well, and you're also like I guess if you leave the UPS truck, you're supposed to secure the door, and they always leave those doors. Like they always drive with the side doors open,
Yeah.
and you can always see back in like the little
yeah.
nook.
Yeah.
And there's probably, thousands of dollars worth of shit.
It sounds like it's one of those things where they're expected to perform at a higher rate
Oh, yeah.
than closing the door behind them every single time allows.
Well, don't they have like a route printout at the end of each shift? Like, hey, you made X amount of left turns,
and those are no-nos.
right turns are fine. Left
Yeah.
turns or backing up, that's bad.
That's crazy.
Because
I
what is it?
couldn't- I
It
couldn't
takes
deal with that.
time, and time
It takes
is
a
money.
lot longer to make left turns than it takes to make a right turn.
And time is money.
Yeah.
Plus, UPS drivers, they make decent money, but then you have blown out back,
I couldn't do it.
blown out knees.
I wouldn't want to do it. Nah.
Yeah. So
I don't like driving that much anyway.
But so you get this new computer.
Yeah.
So
that was very nice. And I stayed up way too late last night.
and you'll be on again tonight.
for sure.
So,
For sure.
and something that you'll now be able to do. So we've been uploading clips to our Instagram, and we have a YouTube page now.
I'll be able to make those.
You'll be able to make those.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you how
Yeah.
to do it.
School me.
I will school you.
Send me
It's
through.
super easy, but
Tonight, do you have time?
yeah.
Okay.
So it won't be able, I won't be able to do it though until.
Sure.
So that's why I want to edit the video, because then you're gonna have to take the video from YouTube and put it into this algorithm.
Well, just give me let me know at least the stuff that I need. I'll download that tonight.
So I will I will upload the video today. Editing videos, man.
It's fun.
I don't know if fun is the word I would use. So Jenna made a whole bunch of cool shit for
Yeah,
our. So
she did. It looks really good.
I like how it looks. It looks really cool. But that part is not easy, but it's easy to overlay that when I do the final editing. But it's the adjusting like the 50-50 of you and I to like get it right. And then I had to switch the frames last week because I had to put you on the left and me on the right, because if not, we were looking like
Opposite of each other.
and it looked really weird. So now it's also weird to look directly at you.
Sure.
But
yeah.
it's more
That's our new setup.
the new setup. So new setup consists of a table.
New setup. Who dis?
New setup. I got a new mic.
Yeah, you did. Technically, I did too.
You got a new mic
Because
too.
I got a little boom.
So he's got the
a little
boom
boom
arm, and
Howard.
I got the the Rode mic. It
Mm-hmm.
sounds really good. It does.
Yeah.
But
Sounds be sounding.
sounds be sounding. But yeah. Okay. So
Let me start my weekly recap.
Yep.
Things that happened this week.
yes.
I went to, since the last time we've
Yep.
been here,
Yep.
went to this Star Wars cover band
Okay.
called,
Only Star Wars songs.
no,
Okay.
but they're called Galactic Empire.
Now, is it a Delaware thing or are they a touring?
Yeah, they tour.
Yeah.
They were touring. There were two other bands.
That
So
opened
Galactic
for them?
Empire. Yeah.
Were they also cover bands?
So I'll tell you, Galactic
Yeah,
Empire, mostly Star Wars.
Sure.
They were headliners.
Yep.
They tour. I think they tour a lot. The opening band was called WASD, like the keys that your movement keys for when you're playing video games.
Yeah, sure.
Forward, left, down, right.
You need to know this.
Yeah, because
This is who you are now.
PC
yeah,
gamer now.
Yeah.
And they played video games like and all three of these bands that I'm gonna say
Yeah.
are like metal bands.
Sure.
Like
yeah,
they play like, distortion on their guitars. Actually, Galactic Empire had 3 guitar players.
would you consider it like more like mathcore,
No.
or would it be more like
You know what it kept reminding me of? Because they're technically like covers of songs that
yeah.
exist. So it always makes me think of that time when we went to the August Burns Red Christmas show.
every
Every-
so every holiday, every Christmas we go and we see August Burns Red.
Yeah, at least that's the joke because we actually haven't seen them at all.
So every year August Burns Red they do a show in I think it's in Lancaster or wherever they're. I think it's Lancaster.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's
Is it Lancaster or Lancaster?
Lancaster.
I think it's Lancaster.
Lancaster. They do a Christmas show.
Yeah,
and
they
play,
have a whole Christmas album.
Yeah, and I think they play more than that. But we always joke like we should go. It's super close. We don't live that far away, and we just never do. Going to concerts, it's really fucking difficult
Yeah.
because like you're super hype, and then the day of, it's like
Oh, I'm tired.
well because they're always at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
This one was on a Sunday, so
Isn't no? We're seeing Green Day. What is it? Green Day, Smashing Pumpkins, and Rancid. That's on a Friday.
dislike Smashing Pumpkins.
I'm not looking forward to that at all. But like Rancid.
I don't know anything.
That-
I don't know any Rancid songs.
When I first started getting into music, Rancid was one of those bands that like it was for me. It was Rancid, Atreyu.
Okay.
You ready for this? So 3 bands I listened to nonstop: Rancid, Atreyu, and Linkin Park just released. So
Hybrid Theory?
Hybrid Theory came out, and then the next year, Atreyu put out Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses, and that was the first like metal album. Like Linkin Park was metal,
Sure.
but like
new metal. Like
Atreyu, Lip Gloss and Black, man, dude, that song,
I don't think I ever listened to Atreyu.
that is still one of my going back and listening to it now, it's like, oh, the quality of this album sucks ass. Like, but Hybrid Theory still sounds good
It does.
23 years later.
Every once in a while, more than just listening to Hybrid Theory, I'll listen to the Collision Course.
Oh, yeah.
Hybrid Theory Black Album, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I love
Because
that.
Was that
That was an MTV thing.
but was it Meteora
Oh,
and like wasn't it both of
probably
them?
just Linkin Park and
Because
Jay-Z.
Meteora was also
Fire.
fucking fire.
I want to say it was Hybrid Theory, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
But Hybrid Theory might be one of my favorite albums of all time. It's
Sure.
so
Yeah,
good.
It's very good. And it was coming out in a time where we were like our formative years, so
Well,
we're going to be.
And you think about it, like Linkin Park was really the first band that I listened to that was like that. It was like, oh, there's rap, but then there's metal, and
yeah.
like a lot
Good
of bands
combo.
weren't doing that. But did you ever get to see Linkin Park before? Chester,
I did not.
so good.
Yeah, were they?
They
Yeah.
were good.
That's one of the ones I would have liked to see. I think Shay did.
That was a band. There's a lot of bands that I'm disappointed in my life for not seeing. I'm glad I got to see. I think I saw them like 2 or 3 times, and like that, I saw them with POD
Oh, I loved POD.
and Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Snoop Dogg.
Is
Korn.
POD real religious?
They came out and it was like
We are. And
so-
they've got 2 songs, I think, right?
they were not good.
No.
So it was Story of the Year, fire. And it was at actually the Wells Fargo Spectrum.
No. The
Yeah.
Wachovia
The
Spectrum.
Wachovia Spectrum.
I don't
yes.
think it was ever the.
It wasn't. It's the
Right,
Wells
the
Fargo
Wachovia
Center
Spectrum.
now. It was the Wachovia Spectrum. Yeah. Yeah, because it was the Wachovia Center and the Wachovia Spectrum. They
Those were
knocked
the
down
two.
the Spectrum and put Xfinity Live.
Right. But it was Wells Fargo at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the Wachovia Spectrum.
Yeah.
And it was Story of the Year. And that album, Page Avenue, one of the best
I
albums.
don't know that.
And Hoobastank,
Okay. I probably know a couple of
POD,
Hoobastank songs.
and then Linkin Park.
Okay.
And that shit was, I don't know how we're going down we're going down this music rabbit hole.
Oh,
but
all right. Let me
yes,
finish off.
yeah.
So WASD opened up,
Yes.
and they're playing it's like metal covers of
Yeah.
video games.
All
So,
video games.
right? So,
Okay.
and I said, I hope they play there's only one video game because it was all real retro stuff, real retro.
Did they play?
I said they better play Doom because when I think of metal
Oh,
music
sure. Yeah.
in retro video games, you think Doom,
Did they?
and they did.
But my
And
thing,
then a bunch of games that I had never heard of.
so did they at least take Doom since it's already metal and then just make it jazz?
Also metal. they did it reverse.
It's like but like video game music is some of the best music around. Like I would say it's up there with like triple A title video games music, like their score is up there with a movie score, like in terms of like
anymore?
how,
Yeah,
like
for
how
sure.
good it is. I mean, you're getting essentially the same people are doing video games and movies.
Yep.
Probably Ramin Djawadi.
I mean, did he do anything for a game that we know of?
I think he did Gears of War.
Okay. Yeah.
Gears of War.
Well, I'm not
5,
one to really listen to like a soundtrack anyway.
I don't either. But so okay.
So that was WASD.
Yeah,
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
And then this was in Baltimore, a local band called Garbage Masher, and they were much more like 8-bit.
were they all so?
And it was actually only two of the dudes. There were only two dudes there. So they
Like
were
21
really
Pilots.
relying on that 8-bit backup track to
So it was all like retro-y, video gamey.
they were, yes.
Were there a lot of people there?
Yeah. Oh, the place was sold out.
Was it?
Yeah.
You bought tickets for this a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it is comparable in size to like Bar 13 to see
Okay.
a show there. A little bit bigger, much higher ceilings.
Wait, was it not Bar 13?
No, it was in Baltimore. This was in Baltimore.
Shit.
Yeah,
Where in
yeah.
Baltimore?
Hell if I know.
I thought you were at Bar 13.
Nope.
And that's why you were sending me that podcast stuff.
No. But yeah, did you see? We got local people doing a podcast. Well, I'll reach
Yeah.
out to see if we could do a collab.
Yeah. Okay. So that has my mind all fucked up.
No, yeah, I was in Baltimore.
That's why
That
when
was
I
Sunday.
texted you and I was like, "Hey, you wanna play games tonight?" You were like, "I can't." I'm like,
That's
"But
right.
this is gonna be done."
Right.
And you're
no,
at Bar
and it
13.
didn't even get done until
Oh shit.
late.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then Garbage Masher played, just the
Yeah,
two
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And then Galactic Empire came on and they put on a big show. There were a ton of really I'm pretty like nerdy. Like,
Yeah,
I love Star
yeah.
Wars, but like they were like topping me as far as geekiness goes.
This is the new Dungeons and
Like they were
Dragons.
waving their lightsabers around,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, okay,
It sold out. That this whole thing is like
blowing your dick.
it is blowing my
yeah,
dick.
Yeah.
So what else did you do? What else happened to you this week? Anything?
I have a story.
Okay. All right.
We get a call from school.
Yeah.
So Shay takes this call. She takes all the calls.
Uh-huh.
She's much more responsible than I. And she picks up the phone and she goes, "What did Silas do?" She knew it
That's
wasn't
how.
Salem.
Yeah. That's how it begins.
Not that he's troublesome, but like she just
Yeah.
knows that it's not going to be
Yeah.
Salem. So they go. Apparently, and I'm going to reference this incident as Dick Peaches.
Okay. Yeah.
But everybody's in the lunchroom.
Yeah.
And this is kind of unsettling, and weird. The kids would call it sus. This
Sure.
boy sitting next to
Sussy baka.
Silas grabs a cup of peaches, like a peach cup, closed.
Okay.
And he
the
goes-
the worst fruit cup, by the way. Because have you ever really smelled peaches? They smell like pussy.
What about peaches, 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 peaches?
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, Mario's
it's good. But peaches smell like pussy.
I'll have to do
Smell
some,
a.
I'll
I
have to
got
do some independent research.
Yeah.
Some
Smell
side by
one
side.
and then but anyway.
So anyway, this boy
Yeah.
grabs a cup of peaches and he rubs it on Silas's crotch. And then Silas takes it from him. And then he says that he handed it to the boy next to him. And I hope that he didn't rub it on that boy's crotch.
Were they
right?
playing like fucking telephone with
Exactly.
the
So
fucking
they basically take this cup of peaches and they keep on sending it down the line, inappropriate.
Yeah.
And then the kid at the end of the table cracks open the peaches and starts eating it. This girl, some girl just takes
Wait,
the
so they were
peaches
playing Ookie Peaches? It's what the fuck?
and she starts eating it, and everyone starts laughing and clowning the shit out of her. So
she-
basically, she's eating. They didn't say she's eating dick peaches.
Wait, did she not see?
I have no idea.
Okay, hold on. All right, so they're passing this fruit cup,
Rubbing it on their dicks.
rubbing it on their dicks.
over the pants. Over the pants, dick.
Over the
peach
pants.
job. Over the pants, peach job. Ookie peaches.
Ookie Peaches.
Yeah. And yeah, and then they clown her for. They were just laughing, and I'm like, I can't even blame them for laughing.
Well, so then the teacher called.
yeah, I guess any of the boys that the peaches touch their dicks.
So how? Okay, I'm a teacher, right? And
Listen, I couldn't be a teacher because I would just start. I would
hey,
die.
so
I would laugh too hard.
Your child was rubbing peaches on their,
They said on their crotch or on their genitals or over the pants.
and then it did anything like any?
They might have said private. I don't know. Shay, like I said, Shay took the call.
Was there any like like
no repercussions.
don't do it again? Like
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So
why were they doing that?
I have no idea. I don't know. And it is weird that it happened. I don't like that it did, but it's kind of funny.
So whose peaches were they?
Probably the kid that started. I mean, the kid next to Silas.
Yeah,
Well, who knows how far down the line those peaches came?
that's fucked up.
Yeah, Ookie peaches.
I'll tell you, schools are getting like that shit's getting wild, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like now, it used to be when we were in school, you would, if you would bring like alcohol in or weed in,
Just cool.
you would get expelled.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
would get
yep,
fucking
that's reasonable.
expelled.
That's reasonable.
They would make an example out of you in a heartbeat. You were done. Now, 1 day suspension. Even like if
Well-
somebody threatens to shoot a school up, it's a 1 day suspension, and that is troublesome to me.
It's terrifying.
Like that is terrifying because statistically, look at the kind of the world we live in
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and like, yeah, you make a threat, a 1 day suspension, and I'm
wild.
sorry, but that should be handled more aggressively than okay. If you're smoking pot in the bathroom, like, dude, don't fucking do that.
Right.
That's
right.
bad. Sure.
The kids at my school definitely didn't get expelled for smoking pot in the bathroom.
It was always the kid who would bring the vodka in the water bottle, and then they would be, you know what we had a lot of in like 7th, 8th grade? The Xanny bars,
I don't.
the Xanax like bar. I guess Xanax you can get it in like a bar form, and you cut like this is a 25 or I don't know how
Like a dose.
They're dosed. I don't think they do it that way anymore, but they very well could. I don't know.
Okay.
But they would take like 4 of them
Mm.
and then just like overdose in class, and then they would get expelled for that.
Sure. Well, that
And-
sounds pretty extreme.
But like I used to, so what I would do when I would buy my weed in school, this individual would just throw it across the table, and I would put it in my CD battery.
Just grab it, let it fall off the table. They slide it.
Well,
in.
I put it in my CD player, take the batteries out, put it in, and put the batteries on top.
Oh, okay.
No, and I never got caught. I mean,
Right.
I started doing
Smart.
that in 6th
Even though
grade.
I'm sure they could smell it.
Yeah, I mean, but from 6th through 12th grade, and then I used to buy cigarettes in like 12th grade.
Cigarettes were rampant. So
But-
we had a breezeway, but it was outside, and kids would just all the time in between classes just smoking cigarettes, like the emo kids.
Did you ever get like I remember this kid, he ripped me off every fucking week, $20 for a pack of cigarettes. I'd be like, all right, man.
Well, who's the real dummy?
Yeah, well, I mean, no, like kudos to him.
Yeah, sure. He's a businessman.
And you don't know as a 9th grader that $20 for a pack.
No,
Okay.
no, but he did.
But yeah, it's wild. I'll tell you though, my week has consisted of dealing with a fucking audit all week.
That's a shame.
And
Sorry to hear that.
I was frustrated. I was annoyed most of yesterday and today. But like
Oh, we should have had a beer instead of these.
we had some C4. So if you haven't tried the C4 popsicle, is yours popsicle brand too?
It is popsicle brand, Hawaiian pineapple.
They're so fucking good.
Yeah, it was good. It was real good.
Once again, not paid by C4,
No,
but if you want to sponsor a C4, please.
yeah, it's really good. It makes me have to poop.
Does it make your heart ever feel like, do energy drinks ever fuck your heart up and make you feel,
Like that.
yeah. Like
Yeah, sometimes.
if I drink a cup of coffee right now, I would feel
Yeah,
because
for sure.
this is equivalent to drinking. I think probably,
Just let me know if I start talking too fast. If I start talking too fast, just let me slow down.
but you think you're talking really slow.
I probably have been talking
But
faster.
you're just talking fast.
'Cause I like it. But you get like the niacin flush and your
Oh
cheeks
yeah,
get real flushed.
and you start to feel good,
Yeah.
but also kind of weird.
Sure. I feel like I have to poop.
Yeah, I could. At least it's not going to be in my pants this week. I'll tell you what, though, man.
You did shit yourself last week.
But yeah, no, my week was pretty. My week was pretty.
Yeah, that
fucking-
sounds It
It wasn't very good. Yeah,
Yeah. Was the auditor, was he all right?
he was very. He was very. It was very in depth, very involved, and that's how most audits are.
Yeah.
But there were some things that were arbitrarily done, and I don't like if you're gonna do something by the books, perfect.
Yeah.
But then you can't leave it up for like interpretation, or this is how I would do it, because I don't necessarily care how you would do it. I want to
Right.
know what the standard is
Yeah.
and how we can be there. So
Show me the rule.
we now have 60 days to
Do it again.
do it again. Yeah. So
right.
that was my whole week, man.
Yeah,
So
good
yeah,
luck.
yeah.
Something that made me think of, like, while I was at that Galactic Empire
yeah.
show, there was a lot of cosplay.
Okay. Sure.
Like,
yeah.
since there were probably only, I would say, maybe 200 people in the whole crowd.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. It was packed in there.
Yeah.
But there were people like, there were some Kylo Rens, there were
Okay.
some
Yep.
Mandalorians.
Who did you go as?
Nobody. I actually wore my Daddies the podcast
Oh, okay.
t-shirt.
Did
Yeah.
you get any?
No, nobody asked. Nobody asked. I was also like standing in a corner.
Sure.
Yeah. And I wasn't really
Yeah.
talking to anybody. I wasn't trying to be real outgoing.
Sure. That's fair.
But there were a few like, sexy Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like there was a girl dressed up as Slave Leia,
Okay.
just wearing just like the top, like basically a bikini.
Which was Slave Leia canceled?
I don't think so. No, not at all.
I mean, didn't Jabba just have her chained?
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, she was chained up.
and then she choked him
she
with
killed
said
him.
chains.
She choked him out. Yeah, which he said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, wait, so
That was actually his kink. Jabba was a fucking freak.
this was all part of the master plan.
But then his barge blew up, so he died. Like, so he was just role playing a little bit.
Sure.
So, oh, yeah, choke me, Leia. That's what he wanted to
Because
say.
what was Jabba? A worm?
Oh, he's a Hutt. Jabba the Hutt.
But like, now what about Pizza the Hut?
Is that Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
Yeah, he's a Hutt, and they talk Huttese, I think is what their language
But
is.
he's the only Hut you ever see.
No. Well, I mean,
does he
you got to
walk?
go into the expanded. He crawls, he slithers like a worm.
Is he fast?
No.
So then
No.
why is he intimidating?
But they're crime lord. Just like
so he's Tony Soprano.
yeah, sure. Times the galaxy, right?
Sure.
So yeah, he was intimidating that way, but yeah, his barge definitely blew up and that's why he died. But he was definitely just role playing. He loved being choked out.
So was someone there did someone dress up as Jabba?
Yeah, it was me.
Crawled around the fucking floor?
I just ate a lot of food beforehand. No.
Crawled.
Yeah, there were a lot of Princess Leia's, but
Yeah.
it got me thinking, I wonder how frequently or what number of those people role play like sexually as like those Star Wars characters.
Or even just role play at all.
Whatever.
Okay, so how often would you say, like, do you role play?
Do I role play?
Yep.
So if I'm in bed, I'll say like, hey, Pamela.
Yep.
And I'll take it and I'll role play with that.
So if you switch your hands,
Yeah.
you give yourself the old stranger.
Yeah. It's Pamela and Jill. Jill.
Sure. But okay, so you're right-handed.
I'm a righty.
So you have to jerk with your right hand.
No. I jerk with my left hand because I'm holding my phone with my right hand. Yep.
I jerk with my
Ambidextrous.
I jerk with my left hand, and I use my right hand for my phone.
But you're left-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah. So
Wait, now I don't.
you jerk with your.
I jerk with my left hand. Wait,
We both jerk with our left hands.
yes, because I remember watching, and you were all left.
So you jerk with your
I jerk with my left hand. My right
with
hand is a
your
stranger.
dominant hand.
Yes, a right hand is a
I'm
stranger
not
for
as
me.
good as scrolling my phone with my undominant hand. I'm not as good.
Well, okay. So you know what?
Yeah. challenge.
Yeah.
Jerk with the opposite hand.
So now you have me really fucked up because I think I jerk with my left hand, but I don't know.
Show me later.
I'll show you. But you know what? Okay.
But
so-
anyway, role playing.
Yes.
Not frequently. It's probably like it's not on any type of schedule, but maybe a couple times a year.
I would say not my least favorite thing, but like I would.
But what's your favorite one? Because Jenna's a teacher. So does she ever just like come home from work and you just say, "Hey, teach"?
I mean, I
got
more,
bad grades.
Like, or what is it?
What can I do for this A?
Grimace.
Or what
from
can you do
Family
for this
Guy,
D?
Or Grimace from McDonald's and Family Guy when she has on the giant purple suit. I like, like.
I don't know that one.
Teacher is good. I like, but it's hard when it's like Shay's a nurse, so it's like it kind of.
She's like, yeah, let me take your blood pressure. And I'm like, no.
Take your temp. You're
not very
just actually
sexy.
doing like real medical things. Let me check your cholesterol.
Yeah, it's got to be something that they are not normally.
Yeah.
Or I could be like the plumber because I ain't a fucking plumber.
Sure.
I'd be like, hey, can I lay this pipe somewhere?
I think I know how to solve this problem. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we don't really role play a lot.
There's actually, I love this guy. I think his page, I don't know what he is, TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. I think his name is Jack the Pool Boy. Have you ever seen him?
What is it?
He said, she
Ma'am,
said,
I do my own plumbing.
I could fix your pipes maybe after him. Ma'am, I do my own plumbing. I love that page.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, okay, so I'm trying to phrase this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of being cheated on.
Okay.
But I don't actually want you to cheat on me.
Yeah.
But I like watching like cheating porn. So I like the idea of like,
because it's fucking naughty.
it is naughty.
But you don't like.
But I don't want to be like, I don't think anyone wants to like be cheated on. Well, you're right. Yeah.
So there's a whole category of porn called cuck porn.
Sure. But I also don't want to, like, if you're like, I don't like the idea of like sitting in a corner and just
or I think they call, and it doesn't necessarily, he doesn't have to be in the room. She would be called I think it's called a hot wife.
Sure.
And she could just go and fuck whoever she wants. And he gives her permission to go ahead and do so.
But do you ever see the videos where like, it's like wife cheats on husband at the table and the husband's
just
like reading
this
the newspaper.
He's just like this.
And the husband's just reading the newspaper, smoking like a corncob pipe for some fucking reason.
Or like they're sitting on the couch, just right behind, and he's just like, "You doing okay over there, honey?" He refuses to turn around
the whole time.
He'll turn around a little bit, and she'll just like hide her head down.
I like that shit.
Sure, yeah, naughty, scandalous.
But something that we've been fucking around with a lot is Urban Dictionary, like looking up fucking phrases. So, all right, you ready for this?
Do you have one?
I do have one. All right. I had to print it out because my phone is being used
recording
as a
us.
camera. Yeah. Okay. So this sex position is called duck hunting, and this is something that I feel like you've done before.
Okay, I'll tell you.
A sex act performed on a male involving licking the anus while cupping his balls with one hand and using the other hand to work his dick like a pump action shotgun, mimicking a sight and shoot similar to hunting ducks. Yes.
Wait, I always think, what's that movie? Bruno?
With the little spinning.
Where he spins him around.
Well, yeah. So,
so like this.
I met this individual who agreed to perform the duck hunting sex position on me last night. Shit was dope. And this was submitted by Big G Dog Rig.
Okay. Thanks, Big G Dog Rig.
But that's something that, so
I would absolutely. I've gotten most components of that, just not ever together just like that.
Never? Because, okay, so.
All right, Shay. Next week.
So, all right, Shay. So you you are a big fan.
I can't promote getting your salad tossed enough.
So
it's fantastic.
Fresh out of the shower.
Always fresh out of the shower.
Bar soap up your ass or washcloth up your ass, whatever you're doing. And then
squeaky clean.
Are you taking your
we talked
shower
about
head and turning it on full blast?
It's on stream.
and blasting the
And it goes
doo-doo
right up in
particles.
there.
Yep.
That's the first thing I do when I get in
Always,
the shower.
always.
And then I always finish last. Lather up that washcloth a little bit more.
Sure.
Shove it right on my ass crack. Get it as clean as possible.
Because
you know why? Oh, I probably said this before, and I'll say it again because this is important. A wise man once said, "Never leave the house with a dirty asshole. You never know who you're going to meet."
You never know who's going to toss your salad.
Sure.
Well, okay, hold on. So,
You never know who's going to toss your salad. That could be true. That could be true.
I mean, I guess that could always.
Oh no!
You know?
You might find yourself in jail.
Yeah.
Big Bubba might toss your salad.
But you know what?
Probably not.
Yeah, because I don't.
He'd probably make you toss his salad.
I don't think prisons. I can confirm prisons don't have the detachable shower heads. So.
Oh well, I think if you're in prison, I don't think any. I don't want to think about that.
I'll tell you what though, man. Like, so washing. Obviously, I refuse to use washcloths. Like, washcloths are fucking nasty.
No,
Bar to body, always.
no.
Bar
Washcloths are
to
great.
fucking body.
Washcloths are great.
See, I disagree. But you only use your washcloth once and then you wash it.
Yes,
No.
it's called laundry. It's called laundry
Bar
because
to
I
body.
shoved that thing right up my ass.
I'll tell you what though, man. I've been using I feel like I've dialed down immensely on how much soap that I'm buying versus the beard oils that I'm getting.
Yeah.
I still have a good bit of soap. Mm-hmm. If you need any soap, let me know.
I'm good. I'm also good.
But like, I stopped buying like certain brands of soap.
Sure.
And then
You know what shocks me?
Yeah.
That there's a surprising amount of drama in the soap community.
So much so that I got banned from a group, and I don't know what I did, but fuck it. You know, like every night, I feel like the soap community is one of the most toxic communities for whatever fucking reason, and it's stupid to me.
Don't say just toxic, but like, so there's a lot of positive things.
There is
in
a lot of so I think you're in most of the groups, and there is a lot of positivity in there. There really is.
Yep.
There's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like I see shit,
Yep.
but then there's also a lot of toxic shit, which is crazy because at the end of the day, it's
a soap group.
I feel like 80% of the people are really cool, and then the other 20%.
You know what they should be doing? They should be keeping that shit clean.
That's a new catchphrase. But yeah,
I'm just gonna go anytime I see drama. I'm just gonna drop that in there, and they're gonna ban me.
because I never see you. I try not to interact with it. Also,
I don't
because
interact
I don't.
at all.
I don't want to be a part of.
I also
of
don't
that.
really interact with anything. Anyway.
You don't. I'll see you heart like some stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
So I know you're there, but the
exactly.
soap group, the drama is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
unwarranted. So
Yeah.
I will just be shoving all that soap up my ass cheek instead.
Well, but yeah. So I do technically do that.
yeah, I know you do.
And then you rinse the bar off.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know, man.
I can't change your mind about
Yeah,
a
sure.
washcloth.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's okay.
Yep.
All right. I got some a current event that I want to talk about.
Go on.
Quentin Tarantino
Yep.
has long said that I think his stance is any good director
Yep.
just makes 10 movies.
That's it.
And I think
And he's on what movie?
he's probably the only person that says that.
Yeah.
And he's made 9.
So
Can I name them? Hold on. No, I can't name them all.
yeah,
Can we try?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'll name one. You name one.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs.
They don't have to be in order, right? Pulp Fiction,
Inglorious Bastards.
Hateful Eight.
Does his count as Death Proof? No, that was Rodriguez.
That was, yep.
Jackie Brown.
Django.
Oh yeah, that's 6.
I got the other 3 too, right on my head.
The Hollywood one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And then both Kill Bills. Yeah.
Boom. 9.
That's it. Yeah. Wait, we're good at that. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Kill Bill or Kill Bill Volume 2. I haven't.
You should.
Yeah,
You should. They're good.
I haven't seen
They're good.
either of them. Yeah.
They're definitely like they're not their own thing.
I feel like, but every Tarantino movie is its own. Like, okay, Inglorious Bastards compared to like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's totally.
I love Inglorious Bastards.
I think Inglorious Bastards might be. Well, I take that back. I really like Pulp Fiction, and I really like The Hateful Eight.
I do too. Each for what they are. I got to be in the mood to watch The Hateful Eight though. That shit's like fucking long.
And I have to be in the mood to watch. Like Reservoir Dogs is really good, but like I've only seen that maybe like once or twice. You
Yeah.
know, like
I just like
that's
Mr. Pink, Steve Buscemi, not fucking tipping.
big, and the only one to live at the end.
Was he?
Spoiler alert, but not really because that movie's fucking
So old.
old.
You don't have to get spoiler alerts
Isn't
for
it
anything.
crazy? Like Steve Buscemi has gone from like this like gangster individual to like
I don't know. He also did
He's in-
Mr. Deeds.
Crazy Eyes.
Peanut butter
He
gumbo.
was in the last season of Curb.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I need
he
to
was in
watch
one of the
that. I need to
episodes.
watch that real bad.
And I saw gonna be in new not The Walking Dead.
Was it an AMC show?
Or maybe it's a movie. They're like, yes, so it's like
I like Steve Buscemi.
I like Steve Buscemi too, but it was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
But
I
not
remember-
like, oh, Steve Buscemi made it because
Well,
He's
okay,
made
so
it.
he's been in movies before, but
yeah.
I think Boardwalk Empire really did it for him. Like that's where he was like, I guess, taken seriously.
Well, yeah, because if not, it was an Adam Sandler movie.
And wasn't he also the guy that got fit into the wood chipper in Fargo?
In Fargo, yeah. And he was
And who references that as for him? Like I feel like that's a reference.
well, so
Somebody jokes about that about him.
so Steve Buscemi, is he in every Sandler film? Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
I
Most of
mean,
them.
pretty much.
I think most of them.
Um,
My favorite was it Billy Madison,
just the fucking
where
killer.
he calls Adam Sandler calls and apologizes, which they're doing. Oh no,
No, they're doing a Happy
Happy
Gilmore
Gilmore too.
which I don't think he was in Happy Gilmore. He was in Billy Madison, and he calls him, and he apologizes. He takes him off the fucking
He
list
goes-
of
he
people to
goes-
kill.
he goes, yeah, that's really nice. And he starts putting, he crosses it off with the
With
lipstick, and
lipstick
then he
and-
sits down and he starts
Yeah.
putting it all over. But Happy Gilmore too. I forget if we mentioned this at all, but
Who was playing Chubbs' son?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Because what else does Tiger? Was Tiger?
Does he still play golf?
Well, was Tiger Woods part of the whole? He got caught cheating on his wife, and he blamed it on a sex addiction.
Sex was it? Yeah, sex
And
addiction.
wasn't
not
there like
porn
a
addiction.
whole string of like actors and actresses cheating, and they were all like sex addiction?
addiction,
Which
yeah, that was the
okay, like I
thing.
get sex addiction's a real thing, but it was like this weird time where like everyone was doing it.
That's a hot thing.
But also in Hollywood, is it really cheating? I don't think
If
so.
you're famous like that,
It's not
it
cheating.
just kind of comes with the territory.
Like everyone's
But rightfully so, their spouses should leave them if they want to.
and take.
But do you think that they do?
50%.
But do you think that they do?
Okay, so hear me out. You're married to Tiger Woods. He's worth a fuck ton of money.
I don't think he gets down like that.
I mean, you never know. He. I think his wife left him and took half of
Did she?
everything, and she, I think, got it. Kind of like didn't Bezos's wife leave him and get,
I think so.
or wasn't it him and Bill Gates where they both it made them not super rich? I mean, okay,
They're still got
relative.
a fuck
Okay, I
ton
went
of
from
money.
100 billion to 50 billion,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Right.
you know. But like,
But I know that I'm not sure about Gates, but didn't Bezos's wife wasn't she with him from the beginning too?
and that makes it even worse
Yeah, that's why. So
because
he had that money coming.
there's no prenuptial agreement because that only I think the prenup is only what you have at time of signing. So okay, when I have
well, that's why
nothing,
they call it a pre-nup rather than a post.
A post?
post-nuptial.
can you do it?
I'm sure you could do a post-nuptial agreement
So you look at
or
someone
contract.
like I think it was
Say, hey, babe, I just started coming into all this money, but basically, fuck you. If you decide to leave me, I'm not letting you have any of my money. That's that's kind of grounds for
so, like,
divorce right there.
If we got divorced, 50% is most likely what you're giving up or losing.
I suppose so.
I don't have 50% of a whole lot. So,
Yeah, 50% of what? Here.
Yeah, you can have it. But so you get really famous. You become a millionaire. I think it is fair, especially because at that point, more than likely, your significant other, your spouse, whomever, helped you in some way get there.
And you've brought them up to the standard of living
Mm-hmm.
that they're now accustomed to. Could you imagine having to go back to like, I don't want to say slumming it, but
And
like,
it's really weird because like Jen and I were talking about this, and I think Brock Purdy or someone bought this house. Maybe it wasn't Brock. No, it was Christian McCaffrey's. He's selling, I guess, his home in who did he play for? The Panthers before the 49ers. So I guess he's selling his like fucking castle or whatever.
okay, a castle.
It's ginormous. Like
So they made of stone.
10 fucking bedrooms. It's huge. But anyway, so you look at a home where it's like millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out and say a lot of these people are probably mortgaging these homes.
Sure. No matter how much money they
And
have, they
it's
still
crazy to
probably
think about because you look at it this way. So it was like, okay, I did the math, and for that $10 million home, the mortgage was it was $27,000 a month, which to us is not out of reach. However, when you're getting paid $10.5 million a year, it only came out to be like what 500,000, not even something like that. You know what I mean? Three? What's that math?
what percentage of their income is going towards their mortgage? It's probably
less than a
So is
very
it-
affordable amount.
it's probably a smaller percentage than we pay per our
It's like you'll
salary.
hear who is it, Ja Rule or not Ja Rule? I don't know what his money. Jay-Z went out and spent $50,000 at a dinner.
But that's like us going out and spending
Going to
$100.
You don't even notice it.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not even. Like it's probably less than that. In when you're worth $1 billion.
True.
What's 50?
True.
Would
Jay-Z
you?
a billionaire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Beyonce are
together?
a power.
Or are they each
Yeah,
billionaires
I think
separately?
they both are billionaires in their own.
Sure. Yeah, he's mad successful.
So okay, you become a multimillionaire
Okay.
to that billionaire status.
Well, they're way different things.
Would you? Sure, but like even if say we had $500 million. I would absolutely go out one night if I was going to celebrate and spend $50,000 at a fucking restaurant.
Well, quick math. 50,000 and you have 500
500 million.
500. Oh, I'm sorry.
You have 500 million.
It's not even. Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like,
you're right.
I would-
That's McDonald's. That's McDonald's.
I think you would be.
Is it irresponsible? Probably.
But if you do it one time, like, hey,
Yeah, right,
like
right.
the first thing, and I'm putting this on camera, if we sign a multi-million-dollar contract, we're going out and having the best fucking meal of our lives.
Flying to.
Yeah, exactly. I told Jenna that. I was like, hey, we're flying to wherever and we're all celebrating.
Yeah.
That's one big
Where would
fucking.
you go? Where would you go?
Where
Vegas?
are we going?
Vegas.
Sure.
Right? Maybe?
Not Cali, because I've only been to Cali once and the food was meh.
Yeah. No,
Or
food was fine.
New York, maybe.
But you know what?
You could probably get some
New York would be, and that's super close.
And we
but
could
then we're
just-
not flying.
No, we take a limo.
Take the train. I'm taking the
First-
train. First class train.
First class train.
That'd be fun, actually.
That would be really fun. And
All
then
right.
we hey, let's stay for the weekend.
Sure.
And fucking
Airbnb.
Yep.
Fucking that'd be money.
That's
'Cause
what
I don't want
want
to stay in. I don't want to live in a shoebox.
So no, especially we have money to
Right.
at
Yeah.
that point we have money, not right now.
But anyway,
Yes.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me come full circle all
Yeah.
the way back to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
His 10 film thing. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
So,
right, okay.
Hold on. I don't remember this.
Fuck. All right.
So 9 movies.
Yes.
He has this arbitrary number where he says, any good director just makes 10 films.
And why is that? That's
Arbitrary.
just-
It's arbitrary. I think it's what he
is it?
believes.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's something
Fair-
in film
fair enough.
school.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know anything about it. But he had ready to develop, I think he had written the script for this movie called The Movie Critic. And I think it was going to star Brad Pitt.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Leo probably was going to make a guest appearance.
Probably.
You know who else was going to be in it? Probably Samuel L.
Christoph Waltz.
Jackson, Christoph Waltz.
Christoph, all of them.
Maybe
I hope.
probably Walton Goggins.
I wish. Which you need to finish Fallout.
I need to finish Fallout. But you need to finish Fallout.
I know. I fell asleep. But anyway,
yes,
so
yeah.
it was going to star Brad Pitt, and he just scrapped it. I think he was just like, nah.
But it wasn't like didn't Once Upon a Time in Hollywood the script get leaked, and that was for a while like I'm not
Yeah.
fucking releasing this movie.
Yeah, he did do that.
So-
because he released it to like maybe a dozen people that he knew, and
So it was one
like-
of them, most
and
likely
like
then.
trusted. And then like who knows if they were careless with it, but it got leaked and it people saw.
Have you ever read like a film script?
No, but I've seen like what they look like just
and
in
like
a video.
to me, it's hard to like. So I've read film scripts before, and
It's like reading an obscure book.
it's
right?
not the same. So if you
setting, right? It'll do setting.
at the end, there's a bunch of killing. Like okay, like cool.
Gratuitous violence.
Yeah, and so until I see it translated to actual film, so what was his reasoning? He just said, "Meh, I don't like the movie."
I think he needed a rewrite
Yeah,
or something like
so
that.
good for him. He
Yep.
realized this movie sucks ass.
Yeah,
Probably,
sure.
and,
Yeah.
and it probably was really good anyway. But it
So what do you think the odds are that he actually only does 10 films?
because I
think
heard
he'll
he
stick to
wanted
his guns?
he wanted to do like an R-rated Star Trek, and I heard that like there's a bunch of like he wanted to direct a TV. I heard he was going to do a like an HBO. I'm sorry, a Max show with the TV show that was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that cowboy show
Oh, the one where Brad Pitt played the stunt double.
of what's his face, and he would shoot the gun behind his back.
That would be pretty cool.
That's what I heard.
Here's what I think he's
Yeah.
gonna do. He's just gonna do foot fetish porn because that's his thing.
That is his
He
thing.
loves
right?
feet.
He does love feet.
Didn't he? So he has a real knack for writing himself into things that like
yeah.
weird things.
He gets to write himself into
He writes himself into saying the N word.
always. He's always. Does he? Django made.
He's like, well, it's in the script,
Yeah,
guys. I gotta say, they were like, motherfucker, you wrote the script.
Yeah, no,
Is
it's
this
like, but
necessary?
I have to do it.
So, and then in what? Oh my God! Wait, did he do From Dusk Till Dawn, or was that also Robert Rodriguez?
He was in it, but I don't think he may
So
have.
he was in it, and I think he got to do like a scene in it. I think that's how they do. Well, I don't know if it was Robert
So who
Rodriguez
was?
or not.
It was Clooney. It was Clooney and Tarantino were the
Clooney,
two.
Tarantino, and
then
there
it-
was the
It was,
is the other guy with the Roth, Eric Roth.
and then Juliette Lewis from Christmas Vacation was
Okay.
like the. Oh, and Harvey Keitel, wasn't he the?
That's who I was thinking.
He was the priest dad or whatever. Wasn't he the
I think that's who I was thinking.
that movie is so good.
It is good, especially if you. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Go in, watch that movie From Dusk Till Dawn without knowing anything about it.
Early 90s, mid 90s,
Don't say anything else about it. It's about a family going
across country.
across the country, and they're vacationing in like Mexico or something in an RV.
In an RV, that's it.
All right, watch it. Oh, fucking
doesn't
Cheech Marin.
And doesn't Tom Servino have the little the little cop gun?
I think so. Pew, pew.
That's
that movie's good.
Good movie.
But he definitely does some feet stuff with what's her name? What's her name? She's real sexy.
who's also always in Sandler films.
Yes, Salma Hayek.
Yes, I do.
See, I
love
knew if
her.
I held my finger to my
She-
temple long
that-
enough, I'd remember her name.
she's
Salma Hayek.
aged
Yeah, he definitely
really
sucks on her
well.
toes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about like? Do you like sucking toes or like a foot job?
Well, I mean, so I've never gotten a foot job.
Really?
But I know that you owe me a few toe sucks.
I owe you. So Eric and I always make bets, and
Yeah.
our bet the winner gets a toe suck,
Yeah.
and I always lose.
Almost
I think
always.
I've won maybe like 3 out of 100.
But they just cancel each other out. So you owe me maybe 97
and
toe
so
sucks.
I need to suck your toes. If you're watching this, I need to suck Eric's toes
a lot.
a lot. But you've never gotten a foot job.
No, I never gotten a foot job. How do you like them?
So good.
Sounds like you get them a lot.
I wouldn't say a lot. It's definitely not a
You
very.
get a foot job as frequently as I role play.
I like feet.
Yeah.
I do. I like. Feet.
Do you like to look at feet?
I do.
So do you like? It sounds like a perverted thing to say, but like when
But
you
I-
go to the beach or
no,
something like that,
nah.
are you like?
Nah. No,
No?
not like that. Like it has to be in the right
Setting.
setting.
You're not sexualizing random people's
No,
feet.
fuck no. Your foot needs to be clean.
You know
And
what?
A beached
That's
A
true.
beached
That's
foot
true.
isn't a clean foot.
But you know what? I'm jealous of people that are turned on by feet
yeah.
because like
Because
doesn't boom, there goes one more thing. You
Look
know what
at-
I like? Boobs.
Boobs, butts. Look at what about hands? Are hands something that's like
I just think that nothing. I mean, like everybody's got something that's not perfect, but like I just want them to not be like deformed. Like I see a woman, if I see a really attractive woman, you know what I weigh very heavily? Face. If she's pretty,
Sure. Yeah.
I'm cool with other things not being great. But if she's got like big fucking man hands,
Ooh, she could.
hairy knuckles and stuff, I don't know. I don't know if
she could palm your.
it would just make my dick look really small.
Well,
and I don't
that's
think
the
that I
thing.
could deal with
So
that.
because that says a lot. Small hands, your dick looks
Gigantic.
massive.
Shay's hands are like real itty bitty.
So it's like-
she put both hands on it. And I'm like, oh yeah, look at me.
But in actuality,
It's just
3 inches looks really big in a small hand.
In my hand.
In my hand, it feels like but we talked about this before too. Like getting fresh out of the shower,
yeah.
you're at your worst in terms of like,
I'm never just like, wow.
oh, wow.
No.
It's like, I hope nobody sees me.
I keep that towel on for a little while longer.
I'm gonna get dressed and then
There she is. Hold on.
because it's like a thumb.
Sure.
Yeah,
like a
you know.
thumb. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, like hands. I don't think hands are like attractive.
Me neither.
But
But they could be unattractive. How about
Sure.
that? Yeah.
sure hands and like hairy knuckles. Like I shave
Yeah.
my knuckles.
Do you?
I do. Well, yeah, I do shave my
Because you have
knuckles.
tattoos on your
Yeah.
hands.
I shave my knuckles and I shave my hands.
Yeah.
I
Do you shave your
my-
toes?
I do.
Okay.
Shave my armpits.
Okay.
You just do the whole works.
Wait, you're like a dolphin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real
I-
smooth.
I try to do everything. But I'll tell you what, man, like I wasn't always into feet.
Okay.
It just kind of happened
Okay.
with age,
All right.
you know? It's
Maybe
like
you're enjoying the finer things in life.
it's like IPAs, right? Nobody takes an IPA like a sip for the first time and
When
immediately
they're like 18 years old and they're like, that was actually very delicious.
because when I met you, I was 21, just turning 22, and I hated all beer, but IPA,
You could drink a Miller Lite.
and that was it.
Yeah.
But then you were like, if you wanna be a bro, drink this. And then I think I started with like Dogfish Head 60 Minute,
Sure. Classic.
but the best IPA, Space Dust.
Elysian Space Dust. I love that stuff.
Still to this
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
It still is
bitter
very
and
good. Yeah.
hoppy.
There's another one that I really like. Oh, I want to do a beer review. Did we already do a beer review?
Yeah, but we didn't have reviews are different now that we have video.
Do you want me to bust out these snacks?
So
Nah, we
no,
don't want-
those
I don't want to
those
do
are
any
those
snacks.
nasty fucking. So I still
No, they're not nasty. Those are like, we haven't tried these yet.
What?
They're all new.
Oh, we should do those next week.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
We had Popeyes for lunch. So Popeyes, if you're listening and also want to sponsor
That was
us,
so good. Got the family pack.
good call. And then we ate all of it.
Yeah. Now you got a little left over.
Still trying to clean this fucking room up. So
Wait, let me think. Can I?
yeah, you can see
Oh,
the
this shit.
Peloton. There's
That's
shit
okay.
all over.
You know
us.
what? It's because we're living. Also, well, I didn't mean this product placement here.
Oh yeah. Once again, we are not being we're not being paid by C4.
No.
But once again, C4, if you're listening and watching.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. You got anything?
That's it for me.
All right. Well, until next week, I'm Greg,
And I'm Eric.
and we are the Daddies.